Bienvenidos al universo Cigar Fati. All right, today we are diving into something, well, it's a legend. It's an object of such insane luxury, it sounds like it's made up. I'm talking about the Gurkha Royal Courtesan cigar. And to even begin to wrap your head around this thing, you really only need to see one thing, and that's this number. Yeah, $1.36 million. And get this, that's not for a box. That is the price tag for one single cigar. I mean, it's a number that just completely breaks your brain, right? It's a price that makes you stop and ask a very simple, but a very, very important question. So how on earth can a cigar cost that much? Okay, let's really get into it because the answer, it's not just about a product. It's about a story of unbelievable rarity, craftsmanship that's just on another level, and really the very definition of luxury. To get our heads around that price, we've got to start with what's actually inside. Ingredients from another world. Look, the foundation of the cigar, it isn't grown on just some regular farm. We're talking about materials that are so exclusive, they're basically impossible to get. And it all kicks off with the tobacco itself. So, right away, forget what you know. This is not your standard Cuban or Dominican leaf. No way. This stuff grows in the Himalayas. Think about that. The climate, the altitude up there, it creates a flavor profile that is just completely different from anything else on Earth. Honestly, just the rarity of that tobacco alone basically makes it priceless. But, and this is the crazy part, as incredible as that Himalayan tobacco is, it's really just the opening act. It's just the start of this whole theater of extravagance. What happens to it after it's harvested? That's what sends this thing into the stratosphere. Okay, so the process, this is where things just get even more extreme. First, they take this already priceless tobacco and they infuse it with Remy Martin's Louis XIII Cognac. You know, just the spirit that costs thousands and thousands of dollars a bottle, no big deal. And this isn't just a quick spritz. Oh no, the tobacco is submerged in it. It's a slow, controlled maceration that takes months, letting every single leaf just soak up that legendary flavor. But believe it or not, that's still not the most shocking part. Now we gotta look at the outside of this thing. Blind and golden craftsmanship. Right, we've talked about the taste, the aroma, but the Royal Courtesan is also, a total spectacle for the eyes. The craftsmanship here, it kind of leaves the world of skill and enters the realm of, performance art. The visual statement is just, wow. The cigar is literally wrapped in genuine gold leaf, and it's applied, sheet by hand. And that band? That's not paper, no. It's a piece of jewelry holding 5 carats of actual diamonds. At this point, it's less of a cigar and more like a king's scepter or something. So you're probably thinking, okay, that has to be it. That's the peak of absurdity. Gold, diamonds, Himalayan tobacco infused in priceless cognac? I mean, what else could there possibly be? Well, the single most unbelievable detail isn't about what they use. It's about how they make it. The real secret is the artisan. He works blindfolded. Yeah, you heard that right. The master roller who actually puts this masterpiece together does the entire thing blindfolded. Only a tiny, select group of artisans are ever trusted with this job, and they're chosen specifically because they can completely shut off their sense of sight to amplify everything else. So, why blindfolded? I know what you're thinking. It sounds like pure theater, right? Just a marketing gimmick to add to the whole myth of the cigar. But the real reason behind this totally bizarre practice, it's actually all about an insane dedication to perfection. See, by taking away their sight, the rollers boost their sense of touch to this almost superhuman level. They can literally feel microscopic inconsistencies in the leaf, the slightest little imbalance in the fill, tiny imperfections that your naked eye would just completely miss. It is quality control taken to its absolute most extreme artistic conclusion. So let's recap. You combine impossible-to-find tobacco, ultra-rare cognac, gold, diamonds, and a blindfolded master artisan. What do you get? Well, you get a lot more than just a cigar. You get a debate. You get a huge question about the very nature of value itself. And this really gets to the heart of the Royal Courtesan. On one hand, you could say it's the absolute pinnacle of the art form, right? It's pushing the boundaries of what's even possible in craftsmanship. But on the other hand, Is it just a gaudy, over-the-top symbol of excess? Just conspicuous consumption gone completely crazy? And you know what? There's no right answer. It's kind of designed to be both. And, ultimately, that might be its real purpose. It serves its purpose perfectly. It gets people talking. It's almost like a piece of conceptual art. It exists to be debated, to make all of us question our own ideas about value, about art, and about luxury. And when you look at it that way, whether anyone ever actually smokes it or not, it's a massive success. So that's the big question I want to leave you with. Where does art end and excess begin? With something like the Gurkha Royal Courtesan, is there even a clear line between profound artistry and just pure excess? Or are they sometimes the exact same thing? So, what do you think? If you like this, if you enjoyed it, maybe learned something new and kind of crazy, definitely subscribe to the channel, because we're just getting started.